Hi guys, welcome to my channel. And it is a Sunday night. It's almost 9 o'clock and I'm sitting here in my F-150 truck. It's actually quite comfortable at a truck stop here in Utah. I see the unleaded gas is 2. Now it changed. Diesel is 3.18 right now. It's 2.49 for the unleaded gasoline. So is that good or bad? You tell me. Okay, what am I doing now? I planned on making a video about my town car today, but I just didn't get to it and I had a lot of other things to do. So recently I drove somewhere and the navigation here that comes in, built in with my truck here, the nav, didn't have the address where I wanted to go. Even this here, see, the truck stop is not in there. So I thought, let's try Apple CarPlay, and it worked fine, but I figured, you know, it depends on what app you use if it works good or not, because this is a truck from 2018. It's an F-150, the Power Stroke, and it's the Lariat trim. So see, this is not in here, the truck stop. So what you do is, first you go in your settings here on your truck if you have a Ford vehicle, and you go on CarPlay preferences, you do your iPhone. There's probably a list of other people's phones in there if you bought it used, but make sure you put yours in, and then you can enable it here, and you can put show on connection to make it a little easier. But if you don't want to use CarPlay all the time, don't do that. Anyways, I did it so I can show off how it works. What you need is, of course, a phone. I have an iPhone 15 Pro. It's right here, see? And I'm gonna plug that in with this cord here, and we'll see what it does. Okay, plug the phone in, and it shows exactly nothing. So let's see went wrong here. There we go. Now we are at now we are on CarPlay. So it just took a second. Okay, and here is CarPlay, and then we have different apps that we can use. We'll go exit this, and I'm not a CarPlay, I'm not really knowing how it works either. There we go on the apps, and I have Apple apps as a navigation, as a nav, can we use as a nav. We have where did it go guys? Google Maps, it's right there. And we have Waze, you know, and Waze even has a short link here. You know, there's my Ford Sync app. If I push on that, I'll get back to my main menu. Anyways, there's also messages and all of your private stuff that you use. Your music from your phone, you can listen to that. That's not all we're talking about, even your audiobooks, not what we're talking about. So let's go on Waze, because Waze is a popular one. Waze is, in my opinion, pretty easy to use. And the good thing is, look at that, you can put you know, it says, what do you see? You see traffic, you push on traffic and it puts traffic on the map, and even either heavy or stand still, police, you know, hidden, mobile camera, or on the other side. So when you drive, you get information about that from other Waze users. You know, they told you there was a crash, blocked lane, bad weather, map issue, a bug, anything. You know, that's a good feature, and I like that about Waze. Okay, how do we navigate? Let's go on this here. And we have categories, we have home, work. You can put that in if you want to, or you go in the keyboard and we'll put in an address in, let's see, in Idaho Falls. Okay, the Idaho Falls is 139 miles away. It's in Idaho, of course. See what it does. There it is. That's my route to Idaho Falls, and go now.
Let's take I-15 north.
And it says we'll be there at 11 o'clock tonight. It will be 2 hours and 158 miles. The navigation is pretty smooth, and look, you can also with your finger pull it, and there's another user, a Waze user, driving. See that? So, and there's another one. So a lot of people use Waze, and you see him on the map here. It's kind of cool, you know. There's I-15. Okay, we want to stop that. You go on stop. You can tap it, so stop, and you stop the navigation. One bug it has with me, I don't know why, maybe it's my phone, it shows the speed wrong. It shows about 10 miles faster than I'm going, and that's ridiculous, guys, you know. But it does, I don't know why. So Waze, pretty good. I navigated with it, not gonna show it. It's prompt, it's pretty good. It lets you change the route, you know. You have different options to do if you have more complex routes, so just standard fare there. Let's go and do the Apple Maps, which is here. Okay, Apple Maps, going on search, and we'll type in Idaho Falls. Let's see, where is it? Idaho Falls. That's quicker than the other one, and this is a little different. It shows you right away how long it takes. 2 hours 5 minutes with this one. It shows you the population and shows you the elevation of the city. Look at that. And it even shows you the area, how big it is and everything. So that's cool. Let's push on play. Different routes to choose on this one. One is 2 hours 5 minutes, the other one is 2 hours 29 minutes. One is the fastest and one is, I don't know what that is. So we can probably go in here and check what it is. Oh, look, one does kind of a detour here and the other one goes straight there. I don't know why. Let's go on go.
Starting route to Idaho Falls.
And we'll be there at 11
Proceed to
o'clock.
West 1100 South, then turn left.
We'll be there at 11 o'clock as well, and this has a more updated map, and you can also pull the map like this and you can zoom in and zoom out. Look at that, see that? So pretty nice. And are there any options here? Let's see. There it shows you the map, the route, sorry, and you can go in and out with this too, or you can do it like this. That's up to you, up to your personal preference here. Yeah, pretty much straightforward here too. You can report stuff, you can share your ATA, estimate the time of arrival. What do you report? Oh, you can also report a crash, speed check, traffic. Let's try it, see what it does. Let's do traffic. Traffic reported. That's not good because, oh look, you can cancel it. Okay, good, because if you do that on accident, then it's reported right away. That's not as great as with Waze. How do you stop the route? See how easy. Oh, there, end route. Okay, there it is, end route. Let me go back here. We'll go on Google Maps. Sorry guys, I was confused for a second. Here's Google Maps. Hey look, shows a little pickup truck there. You see that? That's kind of cool, and you can choose the vehicle too. And look, hey, that's kind of, it's moving. See that how it's moving? We can also move it with our finger. And there's the gas station where we're at. You can recenter it. Done. And now I'm gonna go on here, and look, this one is a little more sophisticated. It says recent searches, charging stations, coffee shops, grocery stores, rest stops, restaurants. So we can find that just like at Google Maps. Let's do Idaho Falls. Idaho Falls. And there's Idaho Falls. That was really quick. We'll be there at 11:07, 2 hours and 9 minutes, 158 miles. No information about the city. Let's just hit start.
Head toward West 1100 South.
Okay, here we go. You know, there we go. It didn't tell me, didn't offer a different route though. Let's see what we can do here. We tap this, not really anything. We can add the stop, we can go on settings. Okay, route options, so we can select different routes, alert options, the map colors, and satellite map, traffic, north, up, and the volume. Traffic is pretty good. I mean, Tesla uses Google Maps too, and they always show the traffic. We can do satellite map. So here's the satellite map. So that's a bonus from the other one. You can do satellite map on this one, which is kind of cool, and you can tell that we live in the desert here. This was taken in the summer. So, but we are up north in northern Utah, so it's still a desert. Okay, satellite map. Yeah, I don't think I need that. And where did I change that? Was it here? Was it there? There, here. Okay, I want to turn that off. Anyways, that is Google Map, and Google Map is really good as well. So let's turn it off. Come on, how do we turn it off? Exit. Okay, and then it offers you again to start if you want to. Which one do I like most? Which one do I like most of these systems? These are the most common ones. To be honest, Google Maps has the nicest display. It also shows the most of the features, like you can see where there's construction going on. I think it's the most updated one, to be honest. That's why Tesla and Rivian and all those guys use it for their vehicles and plot out routes to electric chargers. So Google is probably, I would say, the best. Now sometimes it uses a weird route though, and you don't know why. It's a little strange. Waze is the most easiest, simple and just easy, and it gives you information about traffic hazards. I really like Waze. It's a good system, a good app. And Apple, I think, is the best, like in a city, because it zooms in when you go slower, and it shows you like a 3D, like an animation of the buildings, and it says things like go through the next intersection and then turn right at the next one, or stuff like that, which is really nice. So I do like these. Turn the light off. Yeah, I do like Apple too. So I like them all. I like all three. So there you go. You see how that works. Which one do you like? Oh, let's do this. Let's unplug the phone. When you unplug the phone, it goes right back to Ford. There we go. So there's Ford, and close my thing here. And here's the Ford navigation system. With the Ford Sync system, it's a little more complicated. You just use the talk button here, and then you call and you tell it to find a place, or you type the address in, but it takes a little longer, I think, for today's standards, but it's an old system. So I already found an address here in Idaho Falls. I'm going to go on start, and it's calculating the route. See, it's a lot slower. And here we go. It found a route. I picked the fastest and go hit start.
Please proceed to the highlighted route, and then the route guidance will start.
And Ford tells me we'll be there at 11:29, and it takes us 2 hours and 23 minutes to get to Idaho Falls. So what do we have in the menu here? We can cancel the route, screen view, traffic list, and it tells you where we are. We can put a detour in. So that's all we have, and we can also zoom out and in and out and follow the route with our fingers. So that's possible to do. Also, we can turn off the voice, we can change destination, and we can also say stuff like find a POI, and then find a restaurant, find a dog groomer, whatever, and it will find it. So it's not a bad system, guys, but it's just a little older. If you travel from city to city, like if I was gonna go to Las Vegas, I could use this fine, because the roads to Las Vegas haven't changed much, especially the freeways and the big highways and the main roads in Vegas. Anyways, which system do you like most? Do you like the Apple CarPlay, the Apple navigation? You like Google Maps? Do you like Waze? Or you like your Ford Sync or whatever you have in your vehicle? Let me know what you think. Here you have an overview of it. All of them work fine, and I don't have a clear favorite, but yeah, let me know what you think. One thing I think is better about the Sync system here is I can switch back and forth to the other apps on my Ford truck, or I can see the temperature outside, I can see my seat settings, I can see if I have Wi-Fi, heated steering wheel is on, I can see all that. If I have CarPlay on, that's all gone, and I have to rely on whatever I see on this screen here, which the fuel mileage is not very good now, because I've been idling a lot lately. So I'm gonna go home and go to bed, go to work tomorrow. I hope you guys have fun. This was it for today. Please subscribe and like if you haven't done that yet, and please talk to me, let me know what you want to see next, and have a great night.